for this new trading week. I guess this week we have the first normal trading week in this year because most of the big guys came back at the weekend from vacation, Happy New Year and Christmas. So they start to work normally this week, but be careful. Monday is always new trading week. Sorry. So because on Monday, the big guys may used to make morning briefings. So normally they start in the afternoon to trade. And also on Friday. On Friday, they make the weekend briefings. I know this from the asset management in Frankfurt and from all my contacts in Frankfurt. So they start to trade with big money in the afternoon, Monday afternoon. So, but basically this week should be the first week we can expect normal moves with high liquidity in the markets. So we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. So please feel to push the button in the right corner. You can subscribe this channel. You can leave a comment below this video on YouTube if you watch it right now. Maybe later is a recording. And of course, you can give us a like if you want. And I'm really happy for this. So I want to show you something before we start. Sorry. Yeah, I want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your stars. So because this is what I got a couple of months before. 50% of all my clients were very satisfied with my job. But last week, and this makes me really, really happy, came this, the golden star from Proven Expert. And I want to say thank you very much, because 95% of all comments and of all stars were 5 stars judgment. And I want to say thank you very much for all of you that gave me 5 stars or whatever, 1 star, whatever. I appreciate it a lot. And today I want to start with this really good news into this week. And I want to say thank you very much. I guess with together we can change this world and we can make it to a better place, and we can help together people to become successful in trading if we help them to step on the path of logic. So let's go and let me share my screen. So here we go. And here is the chat. You can see this. Great. So on YouTube, good morning, Yanis, Darom, Juan Carlos, wonderful morning. So I'm an Admiral client. Juan, please, where can I learn your method of trading? Please, you follow the show. And I show you some homepages right now, and if you follow every morning this show, you I guess you have to find the right place to learn. Otherwise, go my homepage or follow me on my social channels, and or you can contact me personally, and everything is fine. So Darshan, Hartmut, good morning. Plummen also, Tina, good morning. Ian, Marie-Louise, Raquel, thank you very much, Raquel. So let's go. And what do we expect today? Today at 10 o'clock German time, we expect the unemployment of Europe Onion. And we see the previous one was 7.3% and the forecast is 7.2. Let's see if it works in this way. Okay, so then we expect on Wednesday a wonderful webinar with my wonderful and lovely colleague Paul. He want to talk about trading strategies for beginners in 2022, part 2. So, and also, please, you will find the link in the chat right now. You can follow on Admirals, the Telegram channel, so you will never miss any very valuable information there. The same also on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a Twitter account, then you can follow Admirals. There are also Admiral Globals. And of course, if you want to follow me, then you can see Day Trader 7.0. And for the rest of the day, we have live trading in DAX. So you can follow here on Traders Yard, here on Dow Live Trading Room. Here is the chat, tradersyard.com, and then you will find every single information for the rest of this day. So let's go to the charts. And first of all, this is our DAX trading. So we had 2 losses in a row. You see, most of the times we are really profitable, but the last 2 trades were 2 losses with 115 points and 145. It's not a problem because we are so far in profit with our DAX trading. And I'm happy that we have such kind of losses because it's probabilities, you know, and for every probabilities, we need kind of losses. So, and you know, and now this is the kind of logic thinking that you understand that every loss, as long as it's technically and you didn't make any mistake, then it's the best that every loss brings us closer to the next profitable trade. So actually, this is still the downtrend. So we sold half of the position already. And now we see the trend will break where I have my stop loss here. And now the correction is running in its own trend here on the right side. So which means we have to wait until for the next correction, because the next correction is the second trend arm. And then we can open a hatching position, because actually on the right side, we don't know and we never know which trend will continue. So therefore, this is what I have in my mind for DAX 10-minute chart, by the way. Oh, Thani, thank you. Unfortunately, there is no possibility to give me 6 stars, but I'm happy with 4, 3. I'm happy for every star because I appreciate every precious lifetime which people spend to give me any stars. But you know, it's a kind of my POE, my purpose of existence, to help people to become in first place happy. And if you can do that with profitable trading, we can change the world and we can change everything, because everything is in the palm of our hands. Really, happiness, our trading success, the moment you start and you step on the path of logic is the moment you have literally the liberty and the freedom and success in the palm of our own hands. And this is what I want to teach you every morning. Nothing to analyze, nothing to interpret. It's just following the rules and following the path of logic. And the rest is doing by the market, by the way. So let's go to our focus charts, and we start with Bitcoin, by the way. Yeah, and Bitcoin, you see, it's literally an old trend. So where is my... Let me see, where is my... Oh, here we go. So the Bitcoin trend is facing downwards for the moment. So we have this move correction, and the trend is still facing downwards. So for me, I'm waiting for a next trading idea in a second trend arm, but actually it's not happening today. Then we have the Dow Jones, and Dow Jones is really, really interesting because there we have a new downtrend, and we are it's this one. Yeah, and it's the third trend arm for the moment. Yeah, and you know, we only start in the second trend arm. It's a little bit too late. Then we have DAX 40. And index 40, it's still the third trend arm too, because it's this one starting here. So here was the point 2. There was closes, there were closes. No, we are on a second trend arm, by the way. We're on a second trend arm, so we are waiting for the balance candle, and then in 4-hourly chart, we can go to the short side. So it's on a watch list. I don't trade DAX in 4-hourly chart because I trade DAX in 10 minutes. So I only trade in one time frame in this case. Then we have British Pound USD. Yeah, the trend is still facing upwards. It's literally too old, nothing to do. And then the gold price. And the gold price is literally very, very interesting because we are waiting for a short entry. Because that's the trend. First trend arm, second trend arm. No trend continuation yet, which means still in a second trend arm. So you see actually on the right side, the price is going up. So we are waiting for an end of the correction, then a signal balance candle. Then we decide if you open a trade at the point 2 or in the correction. It's depending of the depth of the correction. If you have a close at 38%, then we are waiting for the balance candle and we open a trade in the correction zone. If the trend of the correction stops before we have 38% correction, then we open a trade at the point 2. It's a clear and simple system. But the most important thing is that we catch the signal in the second trend arm, because there is the probability as high as possible. Okay, then it's still in the watch, still in focus is, of course, Euro USD. Here we have an open position, and the trend is this one. So for our new traders, we made a profitable trade here, as always, in the second trend arm. And here we go. There's no trend continuation yet, which means we are still in the third trend arm, and you know the point of control is quite far away, 121 roundabout. And on the lower side, we have a new trade, new one also. And here we open a trade in this second trend arm. Yeah, and now we are waiting for a trend continuation. This big point 2 and this point 2 also. And you know, point of control is up. So the point of control pulls the price a little bit more. And in the night, in the opening of the Asia market, we see we are a bit in the profit. Now we are going into correction. Everything is fine. Nothing to do. Just let it go for the moment. And on Friday, someone were asking me about a special special cryptocurrency, and this is ADA to USD. And I want to show you this one because I promised to prepare this one. And in 4-hourly chart, for example, it's a clear downtrend. It's like in Bitcoin, all Bitcoins, by the way. I guess Bitcoin will have a big problem in the near future because a lot of countries forbidden to mining or to mine cryptos about the power, electricity. They need a lot of power to mine this cryptos. And on weekend, I read that in Serbia and Croatia, they're forbidden to mine, especially China has forbidden, and a lot of other countries forbidden to mine. Iran, for example, too, because they said we have winter season and we need the electricity, and it's and to mine any cryptos needs a lot of power. And this is, of course, not the best for our nature, by the way. So maybe this is a part of this, what we can see, that we are in all cryptos almost in a downtrend, actually. And maybe, as you know, in Bitcoin, especially in Bitcoin, I said last year, the point of control in daily chart is less than 10,000 euros, $10,000. And I'm not wondering if we go down to there. So, but it's just my private opinion. It's just an analysis. So I don't have to analyze. I don't interpret. I just trade the chart. So if you want to have a look at the daily chart, for example, in this special crypto, then in daily chart, yeah, it's also a very, very long running downtrend. And let me see. Okay, it seems a new one. And we have this downtrend, move, correction, move, correction. You see, it's a lovely, lovely trend. This is what I want to teach you. Yeah, trade the trend and finally let it go. Yeah, so as long as we don't have a contrary signal, actually, either in this currency ADA to USD, there is nothing to do. This is Cardano ADA to US dollar. Okay, I promise to analyze this one for the guys who want to know, or especially later in the recording on YouTube. Okay, before we go to our running trades and of course the new proposals for today, I want to ask the question, our lovely Monday question. The Monday question is, and be honest to yourself, even it's the question of every Monday. So what are your trading goals for this week? First of all, I want to stick to the rules under all circumstances. And I want to think in a less emotional way. What's your private goals and for this week? So now let's go to our running trades, and we start with Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We are much way in profit. Our uptrend was very profitable, and now we are in a downtrend. We sold half of the position already, and now the price is in the correction, which means actually there's nothing to do. The purple line means that's my soft stop. The hard stop keeps at the initial stop because I only work with my so-called soft stop. It's a mental stop. You can set an alarm there because we know at the point 3 sometimes there is happening so-called spikes or something like this, and we don't have to do get out with the spike. This is really annoying. So just work with the soft stop, then everything is fine. Then we have Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, we opened the position here in the second trend arm as always, by the way. The price went deeper in the correction. Now we see a kind of strength in Australian dollar and a bit of weakness in Swiss franc. So actually the price is going up again. And you know, the probability to trend continuation in second trend arm is way higher than everything else. And on the right side, I can see a bit new uptrend. Here, it's this one, a small uptrend right now. And maybe if you are not in right now, you can see the next correction, maybe a bit, and then open, but latest at the point 2, it's also completely fine. And then let the trade run. Next one, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. I love it. I love it. 106 pips profit right now. We sold already half the position and now the trend is going. And now here comes the big challenge for human traders, not to analyze, not to interpret. So my question is right now, you can type in the chat box right now. Do you exactly know, not interpreting, not analyzing. My question is, do you exactly know how many trend arms this trend will develop? Do you exactly know, yes or no? Do you know it? How many trend arms will following right now? 1, 2, 10, 12. Do you know, yes or no? Of course, all of you are completely right. I love it. So no, of course not. You cannot know. So tell me one reason why you should interpret, why you should analyze. Who cares? You cannot influence the price. You cannot stop the trend. You cannot move. You cannot correcting. You can do nothing. So there is the reason why you should not let it go. So stop interpreting. Stop analyzing. Have a proper money management, partial profit. Musa. Let it go. Yeah? Let it go. You may analyze to set the stop loss higher. No. So my stop loss is always at the 0.3. So where is the stop loss to be placed? If you trade the trend, yeah, always there where the trend will break. So, and the trend will break at the last 0.3. And the last 0.3 is here. So therefore, I have my soft stop there. My initial stop is way lower. There's the point where I calculated my money, because the trend, I will close this trade just under two circumstances. Sometimes there is a correction, price is going up, and the price is going directly into my stop loss. That's the point. Or I have a contrary signal. But basically, there is no logical reason why you should stop this trade by your own. If you do it, then it's on purpose, because you analyze and you interpret. So like this one, oh, there is a resist. Oh, there is a resist. Oh my gosh, there is a resist. Oh, worst case, you go in the time frame higher, you start to mix the time frames. How stupid is this? If you watch and if you learn through my online trading course, I show you exactly why time frames are an illusion. Time does not exist at all. Therefore, there is no time frame at all who exists from itself. It's not a self-existing system. So that's the worst case what you can ever do, to mix the time frames. That well, this is what a lot of people teach you online, but this is completely wrong if you think in a logical way. I love this path of logic. So there is no reason to interpret, just let it go. Euro USD we had already. So look at this one. British pound, Australian dollar. We are almost 300 pips. Guys, this is with a standard lot is $3,000. And with a mini lot, maybe, yeah, it's 300 euros or dollars. With 300, you can change the world of your family if you live in Asia or in Africa or something where. And what did we have to do, or what did we do? Yeah, just stick to the rules and let it go. This is what we have to do. And you see the purple line means we are in profit right now. We sold half the position. We made money already. And now stop interpreting. The correction, I love corrections. By the way, I have to learn, and I had to learn to love corrections. Why? Most of the people are scared about correction. Why? They are looking on the money. Oh, the price is going down. Oh, I lose money right now. And most of the people stop their trade right now there, and or trail the stop closer. You know, this is what I can what I can hear online. I can read. Oh, I trail my stop more aggressively. Really? Do you think the order book is interesting how aggressive you are? Is there a row where you can type in, oh, I trail my stop more aggressively? Really? Trading is completely neutral. The emotions, all emotions come through you and me. That's all. A correction is a needed part of every trend. Dependent origination. Yeah. So a trend is depending from trend arms, and the trend arm depends of a movement and a correction. Yeah. So do you take profits in running trades? No. Why should I do this? I can never know how many trend arms that trend will develop. I don't know. I don't have a take profit there. Why should I do this? Think in a logical way. If you work with take profit, it's not wrong. It's not wrong, by the way. You can do whatever you want. If you work with a take profit and you are out, completely fine. It's a kind of working style. Yeah, it's not right or wrong. It's just a kind of working style. But to be honest, really, really honest, how often did you make this experience that you reached your target and after a couple of hours or maybe days, you have a look back at this trade and then you have to realize, oh my gosh, there were another 2, 3, 4, 5 trend arms and I was not a part of it. And if you're really frankly to yourself, there is an inner voice in your mind. There's a special feeling in your heart where you say, damn it. Yeah, even you reached your target. It's a kind of feeling of loss. So try to do this. Let the market let it go. Yeah. So what is a good ratio for stop loss target? There is no ratio. Let the market run. Stop trading. Stop thinking in this risk-reward ratio. There does not exist a risk-reward ratio. The only figure you can calculate before you start the think in a logical way. The only number you can know, literally know before you start the trade is your risk. But the target is just on you. You see, just on you. It's not logical to think in this way. But for that, you have to go deeper in your trade. Look at this one. British pound Swiss franc, 211. Oh my gosh, next correction. And you see, here we go. Next trend continuation. Yeah, just let it go. And if you have a close at 11 o'clock above this last point two, we can trail the soft stop closer. Yeah, fine. Did we expect this? No, we couldn't know. But now we are part of it. And maybe there is another 2, 3, 4, 5 trend arms. I don't know. And by the way, I don't care. New Zealand Swiss franc, it's a short. And we are a little bit here in loss. We are maybe there is occurring a new trend. Actually, you know, we need losses. It's a kind of the game. So just wait and let it go. The purple line means there is the soft stop. New Zealand US dollar, we have 2 trades running. The green one is still running. It's a long trend. And the red one is also running. And here we made already a partial profit. Everything is fine. Actually, we can never know which trend will finally continue. We don't know. And this is also lovely. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, you see. So which means we can delete the green one. The green one was just a correction. And you see, why is it so important to let it go? Even you have a contrary trade signal, then you can make a hedging position, but only based on the rules. And you see what happens. Seemingly or apparently the trend, the downtrend will continue. I don't know. I don't know yet. But the corrective trend is broken, by the way. So there is no contrary signal right now. So just let it go. Yeah, we sold already half the position. Everything is fine. I cannot know how many trend arms we will see. Stop, in heaven's sake. Yeah, stop analyzing and stop interpreting. Yeah. Next one, US dollar Swiss franc. Open a position at the second trend arm at the point 2. Yeah, we are a bit in profit. So actually just let it go. If we have a clear close, maybe, and the next balance candle, we can make a half up, we can sell half the position and then let it go for the moment. Yeah. And in daily chart, we have crude oil. And crude oil, we are in profit also. And we see as long as we don't have a balance candle, there's no need to sell half the position. Just for the moment, let it go. So just proposals for today. And first one is, by the way, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Why is it? Look at this one. It's a trend. And we are on the second trend arm. That was the first one. And here we go. It's the second trend arm. Here, there's no trend continuation yet. And now, just waiting. There is a changing of the color at 11. And if, then we can open a position here on the lower space to continue speculating on trend continuation. Point of control is quite far away. Euro Swiss franc, very, very interesting, because now we are in the second trend arm. Finally, first trend arm and the big move and a small correction. Actually, if this candle will be finished here, then we can set a pending order at the point 2 to speculating on a trend continuation. Euro Swiss franc. And finally, British pound, Canadian dollar. There we have two trends, by the way. It's really interesting. First of all, it's the uptrend. So first move, and we are in the second trend arm, you see. But on the right side, we have the correction running in its own trend. And now this trend is valid. Here we could wait for a correction, and then we can go short. So actually, for the moment, nothing to do, just let it go. Yeah. Okay, that was my part. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. My question for you today was, what are your trading goals for this week? And we have 69%. I want to stick to the rules under all circumstances. And 31 says, I want to think in a less emotional way. And let me give you this small advice. Make teeny tiny steps every day. If you have on your plate to stick to the rules under all circumstances, then make a goal for one day, just today and for the next trade. I want to stick to the rules in the next trade. Before you push the button, stand up, go away, take a coffee, take just a round for 1 minute to distract your mind, and then come back. Check it again, and then push the button just for the next trade, then for one day, then for the next day, and day by day, just teeny tiny steps that you can change your mind. Guys, thanks for listening. I wish you a lovely, lovely, lovely day. And maybe we see in the Trader's Yard room or in the chorus or wherever you want, especially. And main thing is we see each other tomorrow again, 8:30, right before the markets open. Have a lovely, lovely day. Nastia, thanks for supporting me today. And yeah, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you. See ya tomorrow.